Integrity.
Armani, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? How are
doing?
you?
Doing good, brother. How about you?
I'm doing well. Can't
That's what's
complain.
up,
No
bro.
complaints.
That's what's up, bro. You made it back in the city, man.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
a lot
sir.
of traveling, a lot of holiday stuff. I'm not big into the holidays, but the kids like it, the ladies love
Respect.
it, so it is what it is.
Absolutely. That's what's up,
For sure.
man.
How
Let's
are
talk
you?
to him, bro. Blessed, brother.
Good to hear
Enjoying
that.
the start of the first year already, bro. I'm loving it, man.
That's
Loving
great to hear, man.
I
Let's
appreciate
do it.
that, brother.
2025 is the
Come
year.
on, bro. It's
the year of the breakthrough is what I call it
That's
this year.
a fact. That's
This
a
is the
fact,
year of the
bro.
breakthrough. So
I love that.
yeah, for sure.
Let's talk to him, Armani. You living or you surviving?
I'm definitely living, man.
Come on, man. I love it.
I'm living, man. I don't like being in survival mode.
Go ahead, bro.
I've been there before, and when you're in survival mode, you can't think straight. You can't do a lot of things that you need to do because you're so focused on that.
That's so true.
So, I'm in the space where I'm just living, man. I'm trying to improve in all areas of my life.
I love that.
And I've been doing that. And it all started with the mentality first. So,
Respect.
since I've gotten that changed, I've been able to just, live the life I want to live. So, I'm grateful for that, for sure.
Love it, bro. Love it. Love it.
Welcome to the Integrity Response with your brother CEO Khacki. Every individual sitting across from me doesn't believe in being typical, ordinary, or familiar. They're elite, meaning society's norms don't sit well with them. They believe in raising the bar for themselves, family, and for those they may never meet. From those in humble beginnings to those in the midst of greatness and legends who've paved the way. With a comedic edge, I will ask the questions that hold value, and I believe we'll gain insight to the real them. It's the Integrity Response.
Armani, let's take him back, man. Let's take him back.
For sure.
Before entrepreneurship.
Yep.
Before becoming an author.
Yep.
At the age of 9, what did you want to be?
What's funny is I used to want to be an entrepreneur.
Really? You always
You can call
knew?
my mother right now. Always
Wow.
wanted to have my own business. So when I was a kid, I used to literally act like I was calling Bill Gates
Come
on the
on,
phone.
bro. That's what's up.
I would save my change.
Wow.
And I would stack change, and I just wanted to be an entrepreneur, have my own business. What kind of business now? I had
You
no
just
idea.
knew you wanted to front run it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I knew I just wanted to have my own business. And I have some entrepreneurs in my family.
Come on. Absolutely.
So, I always one of my Uncle Wayne's is a big entrepreneur. And, I kind of aspired to be like him when I was growing up a lot of ways too. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to have my own business. I didn't know what type of business I wanted to have or start, of course, because I was a kid.
Real, but you saw early on working hard, doing for
Yeah.
yourself.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't even have that opportunity to see that early on.
Yeah, and I think, a lot of it comes from my family. We're Panamanian background.
Okay, for sure.
So my mom was born in Panama. My family's all Panamanian.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I think just coming here and being Afro-Latino,
Go ahead.
We work a little harder than a lot of people.
That's
You
real,
know what I
bro.
mean? So it's like foreigners, we come here
And dominate.
yeah,
Absolutely.
like you see how
That's a
Africans
fact.
are doing
Absolutely,
it. You
bro.
see
That's a
how
fact.
Europeans
That work
coming.
ethic. That's right, bro.
So I kind of had that. And, of course, as a kid, you don't always, you go
You
away
still find
from
your way.
it.
That's right. That's
but
right.
you didn't know that foundation that you were getting.
Gotcha.
So, that's definitely helped once I got focused though.
Right, that's
You know
right.
what I mean? Because the
Absolutely.
reality is it hasn't always just been an upward trajectory.
Absolutely, bro.
You know what I mean? Like there's been more downs than ups.
Fail 1,000 times. That's right. Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
and that's what
Come
being
on.
an entrepreneur is.
Absolutely right. That's
So I
right,
didn't mean
bro.
to go off topic, but I mean a lot of people glorify entrepreneurship with this social media age.
See the W, see the win, see the success.
For sure, man. But that's not really what it is.
ahead, bro.
I like to tell people that you can make more money working a job. You know what I mean?
You're saying something.
You could work if your goal is to make money, you can go get a job, get a career, be stable, and that's what you should do. Don't get in entrepreneurship if it's just for money. You
Bro,
will fall
you will
flat
fail.
on for
Time
sure.
and time again. That's a fact, bro. That's
So,
a fact.
that's why I had to
The
lose so
reward
much.
is greater.
For
but the
sure.
failure comes a lot sooner, faster, often. Absolutely.
Man, so my whole journey, I've been just going through it, and just to go back to me just being a kid and wanting to be an entrepreneur, I've done so many different ventures. Even from when I scoop fast a little forward, bringing donuts to school in high
Wow,
school.
come on.
Because we didn't have breakfast.
Gotcha.
We didn't I went to a newer school. We didn't have any breakfast in
Right,
school,
right.
so I saw that need and was kind of one of the
Wow.
ones that was bringing in donuts to school and
Absolutely,
selling them,
bro.
getting in trouble for that.
Gotcha.
I just all types of hustles,
Absolutely.
man. Shoveling snow because I was in
Real.
Baltimore growing up.
How was
and,
that like growing up in Baltimore?
Man, Baltimore is crazy, man.
Bro, we know it.
Baltimore's crazy, but I feel like it's part of who I am. So
Real.
I wasn't born in Baltimore.
Okay.
I moved there when I was 10 years old.
Gotcha. Where were you born?
Military family. So I was born in
Same
Fort
here.
Stewart.
Come on, bro.
Fort Stewart.
Come on, Savannah, right outside.
Yeah,
Come on, my
yes,
dad
sir.
was stationed there for 5 years.
What?
That's where I was at from about roughly 6 months
Yeah.
to about 5 years old.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
That's
what's
crazy.
up. So yeah, it's the Army.
Yeah, Army.
Dad, Army, mom, Army.
Both.
Or same here.
Both. Mom and dad Army.
Same here. My dad did 22 years. My mom did right at 7.
Wow. My dad did over 20 years.
Come on.
My mom, she got out after she had me. So
Same story. Same story. That's great. All right, that's great.
That's actually crazy. This was
crazy,
not
bro.
planned. Like
That's
nobody
crazy.
nobody
That
did
is.
it.
That's dope.
Literally.
Dope,
So
bro.
I moved
Yeah.
around a lot, man. Like
That's
I
right.
was I got family. My dad, he was in Fort Bragg too,
Okay,
North Carolina.
gotcha. North Carolina. Yep.
And I was in Virginia for a while, like the whole
Gotcha.
DMV area.
That's right. That's
I
right.
lived everywhere.
We was in Alexandria too.
What? Northern Virginia?
Yeah,
That's right
Northern
by
Virginia.
DC.
Absolutely.
20, 30
That's
minutes outside DC.
the whole bro, I love that
I
area
did
too.
Herndon,
Come
Reston,
on.
Manassas,
That's right.
Woodbridge.
Wow.
I was all the way up there living there. And then we moved to Baltimore when I was 10 in the 5th grade.
Your dad got to stay in the Eastern Ring. You know, y'all got to stay East Coast. That's
yeah,
a blessing.
I mean, me and my
You know,
biological dad did. You
Okay,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, because he's lived in North Carolina primarily.
Gotcha.
But
So
yeah,
that's a blessing to be able to be on the East Coast, you know, not have
For sure.
to real, definitely. So
Yeah.
you seen this entire coast, man. Like,
Yeah.
how has that shaped you as a young man growing up?
I feel like it gave me a different perspective.
Real.
So like I said, I moved to Baltimore when I was 10, right? So I kind of came in as like the preppy kid, you know what I'm saying, living in Virginia,
Absolutely.
not really, but then being thrown into the city.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? Went
Go
to
ahead.
inner city public school.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And that's how I first started out. You know, I went to private schools, inner city schools. Like I've kind of did a little bit of everything.
Gotcha.
But when I first went to Baltimore, that's when I first saw like a real inner city public school.
Right, bro.
You know what I mean? And then it was kind of like I had the foundation of like private school, had like that persona, and then being thrown into Baltimore. And, you know what I
Whole
mean? You have
different
to learn
beast.
to adapt.
Absolutely.
So I feel like that's what shaped me. You know what I mean? Like, so when people ask where I'm from, like, I'm from Baltimore.
Real. Absolutely,
That's
bro.
where I grew up.
Same. That's how I
I
feel with
graduated
Clayton
high school
County.
there.
Absolutely, bro.
For
Come on.
sure. Like, that's what makes you who you are.
Absolutely, bro.
I don't remember what I was doing at 4 years
4,
old.
5, 6 years old. That's real, bro. Absolutely. I just do it.
But people used to be like, "You're not from Baltimore." I'm like,
Right.
"What?
Yeah, it's real.
How?
Right,
That's where I got
real.
my name from. That's what I
Absolutely.
did with it. You know what I
That's
mean?
real.
Like, that's where I became. So I feel like me just having different perspectives too, because Baltimore is like, it's a crab city.
Gotcha.
Not like that, but I mean, like, it's
100%. It's in the
crab in
barrel.
a barrel, man.
Absolutely.
It's one of those cities. So you know, when you come in with different perspective, like you get a lot of hate. You know, people call you different or weird and stuff like that. But then when you meet with real people that
Go ahead.
understand you, because being real is just being yourself.
And you're standing out because you're not amongst the
Exactly.
crab mentality.
So that used to, you know, at first cause like a lot of friction between like people my age and
Right,
stuff like that,
absolutely.
or people thought I was acting different or acting weird or dressing different because they didn't understand who I was.
You coming from this diverse background.
Yeah.
Military installations. It's white, black, Chinese, Hispanic, bro. We're all one. Oh, so we have a different thought process. Than
Exactly.
We see the world differently, bro. Like, yeah,
sure.
and you in the DMV, number one, the hub of America.
Absolutely.
That is
The melting pot.
The melting pot.
For sure.
And nothing but diversity. So
Exactly.
you've seen that from a whole different
Yeah.
lens, which could come off like,
I agree.
Who does he think he is? Like, you know,
Absolutely. And then I feel like that caused a lot of problems, but it's like, you know, I'm just being me.
you.
So like when I would come back home from the summer, like I have an uncle who works for United.
Gotcha.
It used to be Continental, or
Okay.
when he worked for Continental, right? I would go to Paris in the summers with him sometimes.
Gotcha. That's dope.
You know what I mean? Because he lived over there in New York. So like that was like one of his places that he would go. So he had a
Gotcha.
spot over there, a spot in New York.
Wow.
And when I would come back telling kids like I went to Paris for the summer,
Right.
it's like they're looking at me like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Right,
Like, bro, I'm telling you what I did in my summer. Like,
Bro,
it's not my fault that
right.
my uncle works for the airline
absolutely.
and lives
Wow.
over there, and I would spend the summers over there sometimes. So, you know, I traveled a lot. You know, I would go to Panama one summer. Like my grandma was living down there at
Right,
the time.
right.
So then it's like, oh, I went to Panama, I went to Paris, stuff like that. But it's like, it's not that I was spoiled, which I kind of was, but it was like, that's just our
you saw-
reality.
that's the reality. No,
Yeah.
you saw the world. In
My
a
mom grew up in Germany for the
Come
most
on,
part.
bro. I was born in
Frankfurt.
Germany. Wurzburg. That's great. But yeah, that's wild. So
You feel me?
she grew up in Frankfurt.
Well,
and then she
yes.
went to Panama.
Yeah, Panama. Well, that's where my
Wow.
family's from. But yeah, she was born over there.
Wow.
You know, Panama. They lived in Texas,
Wow.
all over.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Real.
Korea. You know, that's where I was conceived at.
South Korea.
Yep.
Gotcha. Wow.
So like my
Come
family's
on,
just
man.
known for traveling, and
And you continue that on
For sure.
And I love that. It's like you're passing the torch to yourself, to your future kids as well. Like just having that, because that's major, bro. Like,
and speaking of that, I have a daughter.
Come on,
2-year-old daughter.
That's what's up, man. Come on.
Thank you, girl, dad. And she's lived in Barbados for the last 2 years.
Come on, man.
Yeah, her mom was in medical school over there at Ross University.
That's dope.
So my daughter's already getting that. You know what I mean?
Bro.
And she's back in the States now, but for last 2 years, she's been in Barbados.
Come on, man.
So she's already gonna have that perspective.
Absolutely, bro.
For sure.
So how was that? Let's take them back even further. Like, so what kind of, we're going to get back into that. What kind of kid were you, like, growing up? Seeing as Baltimore, what type of kid were you?
I was bad.
Really?
I mean, I was very intelligent, though.
Go ahead.
I was very smart. Always top of my class.
Real.
In the 5th grade, I won a national chess championship at Johns Hopkins University.
Wow.
I got into chess. That was in the 5th grade. I was playing kids older than me and college students.
Who got you into chess?
The school. It was a program, after school program at school. I never played it before.
Wow.
First year, at the end of the year, I won a tournament.
Stop playing, bro.
So I like to play strategic games. So my
That's
uncle,
life, isn't it?
Yeah,
go ahead. It's life.
For sure, it's strategy.
Absolutely, bro.
So
go ahead.
my uncle. That's how I learned how to play. One of my uncle Wayne. He used to beat me in chess as a kid.
Come on.
Other kids like they were letting them win and stuff like that.
No, he wasn't.
Like once I told him I was in it, he started beating me bad, and that made me want to, win.
Sharpen up.
Like,
Absolutely.
So I'll play games like that, and Monopoly.
Come on, bro.
Monopoly's my game.
My favorite game of all time. Bro, don't say that.
Monopoly.
I wish we had 2 hours after this, bro.
I promise you, because it's like a few hours.
At least. At least two. That's real. That's what's up. But that's a game of life, too.
I love that.
That's a game of life.
I love that.
That's a fact, bro.
For sure.
What about sports? Did you play any sports?
I did.
Gotcha. What position? Or what sport did you play?
So I played a lot of different sports, man. I played everything. So growing up, like before I moved to Baltimore, I was big into soccer.
Gotcha. For sure.
And soccer and baseball. Then, like when I moved to Baltimore, either basketball, football.
That's real. Bro. So we don't have a soccer team, dog. But
so I played a little soccer, but basketball. I picked up that. I played lacrosse too, because that's big in Maryland.
Okay.
Lacrosse is big in Maryland, but primarily basketball and ran track.
Did you have any type of sports dreams? Like you knew you wanted to go to the league in any kind of, which one was it?
I mean, if I did, I wanted to be a hooper.
Gotcha,
but
real.
I feel like I was more so like I want to go to college for basketball.
For sure.
Because I already knew early, like unless, you know what I mean, that's what your thing is, what you wanted to do. Like I don't know. I mean, I would have liked to, but I didn't put in the work to go to the NBA.
Gotcha.
And I acknowledge that for sure. I didn't have that delusion. Like I knew if I wanted to do it, I would have to do.
100% in.
Yeah, and because it's like being in Baltimore, it's one of those cities where it's really a sports city.
Absolutely.
Like I seen other people that are like in the league now that I grew up with and stuff like that, and the type of work they were doing, and I wasn't doing that
at an early age. Right. Go ahead.
Their dad is at the basketball court, like making them do drills. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Early in the morning. And it's just like me. I had a lot going on, so once I figured that I wasn't gonna make it in basketball, I kind of like let academics be my route.
Real.
You know what I mean? And because that came easy to me. School was easy to me.
Real, for sure.
You know what I mean? I wasn't like, I don't know. I was bad as hell though. You know what I mean? Like I used to just, I don't know.
but you got the work done.
Yeah,
real,
for sure.
Absolutely. What about siblings? Do you have any siblings?
I got a sister on my dad's side.
Gotcha,
so I got a half sister. That's what's up. When my mom and dad weren't married.
Right, okay, gotcha.
So my biological sister, I only have one.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
So from high school, moving on, did you have plans for college?
Yes.
And did you attend college?
Yes, I did.
Okay, for sure. Where did you go?
I went to Morehouse.
Come on, man.
Morehouse College.
That's what's up, bro.
Class of 2019.
Come on, man. What was your major?
Business, marketing, and sales.
Come on. What was your minor?
Sales minor.
Sales, gotcha.
Yes,
mine was marketing minor. Yeah, that's what's up. Dope, bro. Dope. We got a lot of common, bro.
For sure, man. That's why we had the energy.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Man.
So how was that, man? So, getting that business degree, Morehouse, prestigious.
Yeah.
Now you're moving into, number one, you're moving out your comfort zone.
Right.
You came here.
For sure.
Was that always in the plans, or it was like, how did you know? Was it family that kind of pushed you to this? What was it? Somebody you already knew, alumni, anybody, or?
So how it really went was, I went to school in Baltimore, right?
Right.
So we have this program where if you get above a 3.0 GPA and you score decent on the SATs, you get a full ride to any school in the state of Maryland.
Wow.
If you're in an inner city public school.
Right, absolutely.
So I had that, and I finished 4th in my class.
Come on.
And I was SGA president, and so I had like a lot of stuff going into college. I wanted to go to University of Maryland.
Gotcha.
I had a full ride, state school.
Right.
Wanted to go there, or let's see where else. Anywhere in Maryland, because I knew it was going to be free.
Free, absolutely.
Right? So then I actually got accepted into Morehouse. So
Gotcha.
my mom wanted me to apply.
Okay.
I wasn't really too big on it, but my mom wanted me to apply. I went down there and checked it out.
Right.
Came back, and I was like, yeah, I got to go there.
Gotta go.
I got to go.
Absolutely.
Like, I had
That's
like
real.
a senior who was at the time, one of my mom's buddies from college,
Gotcha.
son or something like
Right, was
that,
already
put us
there.
in contact.
That's right.
And man, he
Put
took
you
me
on
out
game.
there in like 2014, this summer. I was a senior. It was the best time I ever had.
Bro, that was a time in Atlanta. Around this time,
Around that,
this was the
Mecca.
the era, like of music,
Yes.
club scene,
Yes.
fun.
For
It
sure.
wasn't no shoot 'em up bang bang. It was really a
Absolutely.
really good time in Atlanta.
I agree.
Real, bro. Gotcha.
I
So
agree.
you came down and
Came down, did that. So then when I went back home, I was like, all right, Ma, I got to go. But then that was the money situation.
gotcha.
Because I had a full ride to school. So I even wanted to go, but I was like, I'm not going to go.
Gotcha.
I was like, it's too expensive. It's a private school. I got a full ride to any school in Maryland.
right.
Why would I turn that down?
Absolutely.
But, my mom was kind of like, pray on it. You'll figure it out or whatever. So that's the year that Oprah Winfrey gave $1 million to Morehouse. Which she does a lot frequently. She gave money to Morehouse. I applied for her scholarship.
Come on, bro.
The Oprah Winfrey
Absolutely.
Scholar to only pick kids that were from inner city schools. I applied and got a full tuition scholarship.
Come on, bro.
Right before I went.
Come on.
Full tuition. So
Wow.
that's how I ended up at Morehouse. I took a full tuition scholarship, and I still had to pay for housing and stuff.
Absolutely right. Which is
But yeah,
15-20% of the of what it really
for sure.
But that's still expensive. But at the same
Yeah.
time, it was you got to do what you want to do.
Got to go
which
to
is
school.
Amazing.
And the crazy thing is, like, I don't want to fast forward my college experience, but I'm glad that I went because Robert F. Smith came to our commencement speech in 2019 and paid off all the loans.
Stop.
I was a part of
playing,
that class.
bro.
I was supposed to be class of 2018, but I had 2 summer classes that held me back. And this is the first year you couldn't walk without having all your
everything.
requirements.
Wow.
And I was so down and depressed. I had took 21 credit hours that semester. I was like, dang, my whole family bought tickets to come down to graduation and everything. And then I found out last minute I wasn't going to walk.
Gotcha.
So that whole year was tough. But then it was like the next year came around and it all worked out
Perfectly.
So, loans paid for. My mom co-signed.
Wow.
So all her loans got paid for that she
Ain't that
co-signed
amazing,
for.
bro? That is amazing.
Yeah, I love Morehouse, man. It made me, who I am as an adult. Like just the experiences there, the different ventures I had there. Because that's like where the entrepreneurship thing really started.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean?
This is the mecca, the hub, bro. Like you kind of building, and even not only that with the degree, but the network.
For sure.
I know you built a crazy network.
Yeah.
While in school as well.
Yeah,
That's
man.
long lasting.
It's small, man. It's a small school.
Wow.
So it's like everybody knows everybody. And if you don't know that person, you're cool with this person that knows that person.
Absolutely.
And, but the thing about Morehouse is it can be very cliquey. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean?
Okay.
It can be very frat-like. You know what I mean?
As a whole.
As a whole, in
Wow.
general. And then
Wow.
even internally, we have your own groups.
Absolutely. I see.
So, and, that's why I was over at Spelman majority. of the time.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
I love y'all Morehouse brothers, but I was at Spelman. I was at Spelman. Y'all do all that. I'ma just be honest, man. Like,
were you in the city? Were you driving at the time?
my sophomore year, not
So
first
you,
year.
So you was
though,
getting around. You was getting around.
Or I had girls that had cars.
Had a car. So I was
Facts.
getting around. Real.
Facts. I was washing clothes off campus.
Gotcha.
All of that, man.
What
I
about
locked
working?
in.
Did you work while you was in school? Or
So-
you kind of try to keep it?
That's the thing. I didn't really have a real job.
Okay,
Let me say
just-
that. I was a hustler. So
real.
I had a bunch of different ventures.
Gotcha.
And I hope they don't kill me for saying some of this stuff, but like, yeah, man, like one of the things we started was the AUC Travel Association,
Gotcha.
right? Which was a travel club,
Right.
Where if you wanted to go to spring break, we like put together like a trip for you guys.
That's dope. That's dope.
So it was other kids that were doing it before us, but we kind of took that and kind of ran with it.
It made it.
Yeah, so I was doing stuff like that.
Gotcha.
The trips, they didn't go as planned a lot of times. So
Okay.
a lot of people don't like me because of that.
It didn't fall through, right?
I mean,
what's that fire?
no, we ain't had no fire festival, man. You try to give us a
Armani,
fire. Nah, man. I know exactly what you're talking about. Hey man, look, we were supposed to go on a trip, but there was a hurricane. There was an actual storm that came in, ironically like the movie, and we couldn't go on the trip.
Jeez.
So people hated me for that.
Damn.
Yeah, we couldn't go on a trip.
What was this your junior year?
That
senior
was
year?
sophomore year.
But it was. Gotcha.
That was sophomore year. So that was one of the things we did, man. Bro, I had a buddy of mine, man. We used to do everything. We sold life insurance, and we were selling term life insurance at the time.
Right.
Remember Primerica?
Oh yeah, bro. That was they targeted college students.
They did. And you see, I had a niche with that.
Absolutely.
I was targeting the lunch ladies.
Gotcha.
Because they didn't have like the whole insurance. Like their insurance packages, a lot of times they're going through third parties.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I would hurry up, try to sign them up. I was doing that. Man, bro. I done did everything. I done threw house parties.
Gotcha. You're getting off to how it's real, bro.
House parties, man, to make some money and selling other things I had no business selling in there.
That's right. So I had to get by.
Bro,
I had to get by.
Everything, man. I done sold cars.
Real.
Man, that's the thing about me. Everybody know, if you know me, they know I'm a hustler.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
degree.
I'm a hustler,
that's
man.
Real,
like,
bro.
I've always been, and, you know, if I see an opportunity, man, I'm one of the ones that's going to take that risk, you know?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You know, and I'll fall down and get up a million times.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I didn't have any real job up until my junior year. So I had an internship.
Gotcha.
At Gartner. So they're the largest IT and advisory company in the world. Gartner, they advise some of the biggest companies in the world.
Gotcha.
From Microsoft to Google to everybody, they're an advisory company. So I had an internship with them junior year down in Florida.
Okay.
Fort Myers, Florida. Went down there. I actually got put out the internship.
What's the reason? Just
man, cause I got pulled over for driving fast, and they found a roach in my car.
How long was the program supposed to be?
It was a summer.
Okay, just a summer. Okay,
yeah, it was just a summer program.
Gotcha.
But you know, so I did a few weeks there.
Okay.
Got out of there and then ended up back doing some other stuff.
Gotcha.
Man. But yeah, you know, I did that, and then you know, just had like odd jobs and stuff like that. Like I worked at Pandora during the Christmas break one time.
How was that?
But the ladies there was crazy.
It's crazy.
Pandora. I mean,
is
you
this
a straight dude working at Pandora? I'm talking the jewelry store Pandora.
Bro, I'm sitting here. Okay.
No, not Pandora the streaming. That would have been
fine.
saying
the actual the jewelry and all the bro, you was in there.
I was hustling, bro.
Going crazy.
What? I'm telling you, I was doing everything. So I worked there, man.
That's what's up.
I did a lot of different things, man. And I started a few businesses. That's where I first started my first staffing company too.
Gotcha.
So the name Armani B2B, you know, that really comes from, you know, doing business with other businesses.
Right. How did you get into that? I want to start right there. You know, your IT background, your B2B background, your coding, you know, all this. You would think you would have an IT degree.
You would.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Number one, I know you're hands-on and you like to learn. Like, that's what you normally are doing.
Yeah.
How did you get into this as far as the B2B sales and we're gonna get to the training too? When did that start?
Okay, so I mean, I think it was started in 2015.
Gotcha.
So 2015, it was my sophomore year of college. My first real business that I started was a staffing company.
Gotcha.
So I got introduced to the industry because the owner of the Baltimore Ravens, he started a staffing company called Aerotech.
Gotcha.
You know, Steve Biscotti, he started a staffing company, an IT staffing company, and you know, I wanted to be one of the richest people in the world too.
Bro. So
the owner of the Ravens, you know, once I figured I wasn't going to play for them, you know, what's the owner doing? So I figured out what he was doing, and you know, I just kind of mirrored that. So I started my first company doing staffing and recruiting.
How did you start a staffing company at that young age? Where did you get the knowledge? Did you have mentors? How did you start it?
So yeah, I did a lot of self-learning, primarily YouTube and stuff like that. But then I did run into a mentor, Dee Williams. So she runs a company called Staffingpreneurs Academy. Dope. So I joined that in 2015. She would come out and mentor me and stuff like that. And I was the youngest in the program.
Right.
You know, so I started doing that. And it's a staffing industry, but I was more so primarily doing recruiting. So there's like two different things. So like, I was doing direct hire placement, right? So that's when you're recruiting somebody and you're getting them placed with a job and you're getting a percentage of their salary.
And your commission off of that.
Yeah.
So in a sense, sometimes it's bumped up, you know.
Exactly.
So you can recoup off of that salary.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So, I started doing that, man. And when I got my first real client, I made $20,000
Off of
it was two people, like in one though.
Right,
but
right.
First client though, made $20,000 in college.
You was like, okay, this is
What?
Wait a minute.
It's more than my refund check.
Wow.
So the thing is like I feel like I should have stayed with it.
You were still finding your way.
I was
everything.
Man, I had $20,000 in my pocket.
Come
What you
on,
think
bro.
I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do other things. You know what I mean?
And try to, absolutely.
Yeah. So I feel like I was young too. So that was my first real venture. I did a couple different ones too. Next Level Staffing, Celebra Staffing was the name of the first one.
Gotcha.
Empowered Recruiting. I had quite a few different ones for different industries and different things like that.
Which one did you see was the easiest? Was it the IT field or was it more so?
IT was good. Healthcare.
Gotcha.
Ironically, healthcare.
Makes sense.
Because it's a lot of volume.
Absolutely.
So my niches, I was going after like rehab clinics and hospitals.
Gotcha.
Like small rehab clinics.
Right, gotcha.
Like privately owned, not a lot of people. Like you call them on the phone and you're getting the person who owns it. You have a lot of channels when you go to a big hospital. If I'm trying to staff at Grady, it's going to be a little harder.
It's going to be a little.
But if I'm going to a rehab clinic and, they need an RN nurse that's certified in this, like it'll be easier to recruit for that.
That is dope.
So, I identified solving a problem.
That's what this world is.
And that's
built on.
all really B2B is.
Absolutely.
It's solving a problem for people. And I like to work with businesses because they have larger budgets for one, and you don't need as many customers. So it's like when I'm working with a business and let's say $20,000, let's say I was selling t-shirts.
Right.
How many t-shirts would I have to sell
Volume.
for $20
Come on, bro.
But for one client, I place two people and I get that same amount. So I identified that early, and that's kind of when I was like, the B2B game is where it's at.
Real.
And
the Bugatti versus the Honda.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Absolutely.
So after that, I was Armani B2B back then. I just didn't have a name.
Real. Absolutely. Real, bro.
I was like, I'm doing business with businesses. So I would come up with different things for businesses, whether it was marketing, like whatever it was. And then I actually, after graduation, or after I finished school rather, I had a real job.
Gotcha.
So I went and worked with a company called Broadly.
Okay.
So they're a B2B SaaS company, software as a service for people that don't understand. And they're based in California.
Gotcha.
And I was doing tech sales for them. And they actually opened an office in Baltimore and asked that I want to move to that location. And I was like, of course.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Perfect.
Like, I'm from Baltimore.
Absolutely.
That'd be good. So I ended up working there for a while.
Where did you start in California or?
Well, we had our training program in California.
Gotcha.
So we were there for a few months.
Okay, gotcha.
And then when they opened the office in Baltimore, then I went over there. So
how was that? How was the training? How was that overall experience?
I was the only person that looked like me there.
Wow.
So
this is 2016.
No, that's why I graduated 2018 probably.
Okay, gotcha.
2018. Wow. I was the only black person there. Not in the whole company, but pretty much.
Right.
Like, there was a black person in customer success.
Right. You can name them all in one hand. That's
Man,
real.
I know all of them.
That's real.
Like, it was two other black people in sales in the Baltimore office. But out of over 150 people is a handful of us.
Sounds about right.
So I saw like the discrepancy in that.
Go ahead.
And so that was it was good though. It was a good experience, but I didn't do the best there as I could.
Gotcha.
But I enjoyed my time there, learned a lot, looked good on the resume, and
you were building your brand.
For sure, man.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You look at everything like a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So how do we get to now? We're going to the no code playbook. This is your ebook.
Yeah.
How do we get towards here? How do we start getting to where you actually are helping with code? When did this trait come? When did you start this?
Well, so I guess we got to go back a little bit.
Yeah, let's go back. Oh yeah.
So, in college, I was always into tech. You know what I mean? I wasn't, let's say, a coder or anything like that, but I was interested in the technology.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, I knew technology was the future.
Absolutely.
I always was intrigued about it.
Absolutely.
So I used to hang around people that were smarter than me, hang around coders and stuff like that. I had a couple buddies of mine that were doing that.
Gotcha.
Then that's kind of when I got introduced to cryptocurrencies.
Go ahead, for sure.
So in 2016 is like the first year that like I really started taking action on like, one of my friends was like, bro, this is it. This is the wave. This is the future.
Go ahead.
And then it's like, I've heard it, but I didn't really understand what they were talking about, of why it was the future. So let's say, how the dollar's getting printed so many times,
Absolutely.
right? Like you can literally That's why inflation's a thing.
Absolutely.
They have to control how much they're printing.
So true.
But, once I understood the fact that crypto has a fixed supply, right? When I found out that Bitcoin has only 21 million coins that'll ever be in circulation, that's when it clicked for me. Like, this is something where it's a fixed supply that nobody owns, no government, you know what I mean? Like nothing. Like this is it. This is peer-to-peer. I can send you money.
That's right.
Without anybody being involved. It's a store of value and it has a limited fixed supply.
Absolutely.
Once I finally understood that, I was like, yeah, this is inevitably it.
Go ahead.
So that's when I jumped in on tech. You know what I mean? I started day trading coins. I started mining in my dorm room initially.
Wow.
Where I had like some GPU miners to like process the transactions. So that's how it works. So you're just processing transactions with a computer. You have a computer, we process transactions. Whoever gets it right, which is solving the code, you get rewarded a piece of that coin.
Wow.
So I started doing that, and then eventually, I was telling, like, people found out what I was doing.
Gotcha.
And stuff like that, and I got a mentor. So Rodney Sampson in Atlanta, a venture capitalist out here, and a startup founder. He saw what I was doing, and we collabed on opening a blockchain lab at Morehouse.
Go ahead, bro.
Just to do that.
This is 2018?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
you guys were early.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, then, you know what I mean? Everybody, in a sense, the world caught on around a pandemic.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
You know what I mean? The world,
I was trying to get out by then. Yeah.
Right, go ahead. Yeah, because.
But yeah.
Yeah, because the newfound, everybody 2012, they're the pioneers. But you got in before the world did, which is amazing.
So that's kind of how the learning curve was. So I wasn't the one that got in at the 2011 where Bitcoin was $1.
Absolutely.
But when I first got in, I mean, like the first Bitcoin I saw was $256.
Wow, bro.
$800 was like the max that year. $800. Yeah, and then like the bull run of like 2017, like a year later, 2018, that's when it like first started like getting into the four figures and five figure, 10 grand, 8 grand, like so like then when I started seeing that, it was like, oh, okay. But back then that was like what it is now. Yes. So like people think like, oh my God, it was only 8. No, like when it went to $20,000 in 2018, I think it was, I was losing my mind.
Yeah, 2019. Into 2019,
going into the
yes, it was ridiculous, bro.
20K, like, bro, what for Bitcoin? Crazy. And then me, I was into altcoins a lot too. Gotcha. So like Tron, I was big on privacy coins. I'm still big on. Well, I don't want to get too technical.
Did you actually try to start your own coin?
Yes. So I was a part of Cornell Coin.
Okay.
So it was one of my buddies at Ivy Blockchain. He has his own company up there. We started Cornell Coin where you could pay your tuition in crypto at Cornell University.
That's dope, bro.
And so that was like one of the projects I was in on. I was in on a couple projects, and I got in on the marketing side. Okay. So Bitcoin Private was another one.
Wow.
Which we got rug pulled, so we lost a lot of money on that.
Okay. But the experience, the learning.
For sure.
The learning, bro, like just like you said.
Yeah.
Be safe. Yeah. 9 to 5, be safe.
Yeah, for sure, man. I didn't put my whole refund checks into crypto and
but
you know what I mean? And I do like margin trading, like where I'm leveraging other people's money and putting my money in, so my shit be gone.
No, but that's real. That's real, bro. That's real.
So yeah, man, I don't know, man. I got into crypto, and then, I just felt like that was like my entry into tech. I was going to like tech conferences and stuff like that. Atlanta Tech Village. I stayed up there going to like a bunch of different events. I held tech conferences. I actually used to host like crypto events back then. You know what I mean? Like I was selling merch about crypto. I was trying to get people in it. Wow. You can go look at my Facebook from back then.
Crazy.
I've been talking about it forever. Everybody knows that.
Did you have a favorite coin or a favorite 4, 3, 4? Like or you pretty much not tried to sell that type of?
I was just trying to sell the information.
Information.
Yeah, so I wasn't trying to like get people to ape into a coin. I mean, it's cool. Like, what I mean? I was telling people about it on an education standpoint, and kind of leading up to like, just everything what I'm doing now. I like to teach. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be responsible for telling you to do something and you lose money.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I've been there. I've learned that. I made people a bunch of money, and then some people have lost money and, are mad at me. Like it's,
bro, this is...
So I would just give you the information, tell you everything about it, and then you kind of take it from there. So like leading up to like going into how we were talking about the no-code playbook, it's like I uncovered a niche. You know what I mean? I'm not the only one that's ever done this, but the way I'm doing it, I think I am.
Go ahead.
So like finding a niche with no code, so fast forward to last year, I went through a software development boot camp.
Gotcha.
Called the Flatiron School.
Okay.
So I had a scholarship to go there, partial scholarship, but it was like $15,000 to go.
Wow.
I had a partial scholarship, which like covered half, but it's an online coding boot camp where you learn software development. So I've been playing around with code, like messing with, trying to build my own coins, or like just playing around with different apps, like learning on Udemy and stuff like that, like or YouTube. And I joined the software development boot camp.
Right.
I started coding, and then I ran into no code. So I had found somebody that wanted an app built, an Uber driver.
Gotcha.
I was literally in an Uber, and they were talking about building an app. Oh yeah, I'm in a software development school, hey, but just my mind was like, hey, I could build it for you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I closed my first deal for $5,000.
Come on,
bro. I said, I'll build your app for you. Give me 90 days. I'll build it for you. And then that's when I was like, how the fuck do I do this shit? I'm still learning how to code. So I had to go figure it out. And then that's when I stumbled across no code. I ended up building his app for him in 6 weeks.
Wow, bro.
The whole app was done in 6 weeks with no code. And I could have got it done sooner. But it's like, I built
the first one.
Yeah. So it was like, oh, wow, this is easy.
Wow.
And it's just kind of like, think about how making MySpace pages was back then.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like everybody was a little technical. Like you're dragging, you're dropping, you're using your creativity, you're putting music.
That's right.
That's what this no code stuff is nowadays.
Wow.
You don't have to really learn how to code from scratch unless you're building something like super complex.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
you're building an algorithm for an AI function.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like something like that you'll need to know how to code for. But a lot of people really don't need all of that for what they're trying to build.
About 30 seconds of your time. I really appreciate your support. With every interview, my aim is to bring integrity and fun back to the culture, and I can't do it without you. If you're enjoying this episode, please hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. I appreciate you. Back to the interview.
Is that like in a sense of the GoDaddy, the Wix, is that what you're saying? Without they kind of give you the
that's kind of the same mentality of it, but
of not having the code aspect, but having the layout kind of predefined.
Yeah, so like a pre-designed template. So like one of the no-code platforms that I use, Share Tribe. So marketplaces is one of my biggest things I like to build, right?
Okay.
So a marketplace is something that it's like we're the middleman.
Right.
So like Uber, right? Uber's the biggest transportation company in the world, and they don't own any cars. Airbnb is one of the biggest real estate magnates in the world who putting the hotel business out. You know what I mean? Wow. And they don't own any real estate. You're putting your own real estate on there. So those are called marketplaces. And all they're doing is allowing you to transact on their platform and taking a percentage on the back end.
Absolutely.
So Share Tribe is a really good one where you can build a no-code marketplace literally in 48 hours.
Wow.
And, one of the companies called Land Trust that I studied on there, who I talk about in the ebook, The No Code Playbook.
Gotcha, for sure.
Because I teach everybody how to do this with no coding. $25, the ebook, ArmaniB2B.com. But
that link will be at the bottom of the description.
For sure, man. For sure. Wow. But Land Trust makes $30 million a year in recurring revenue, right?
And they're the host.
They're just the host for private hunting. If you want to go hunting on private land, let's say you had a bunch of land in Texas.
Right.
You're just sitting in the house. You can put your land on there and people can go hunting on there. Right?
Wow.
And they don't own any land. They're letting you do it. They have over 1 million acres of land in America now. And they use Share Tribe, the app that I'm telling you about.
The same.
And they're still using it to this day. And they make $30 million a year. And it costs them $200 a month to run.
And Share Tribe is that broad.
Yes, they have real companies being built on there. They got venture capital funding from there. So it's not like a play site. Like you can literally have something small and niche where you have 10 people on it transacting, or you can build a $30 million plus company on there.
Wow.
And you can literally learn how to build it on there, and it's very simple to use. You want to build a marketplace for any industry. They have a bunch of other ones too that are a lot more complex, but Share Tribe is very easy to use.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's one of my ones I use.
So this is the No Code Playbook. You're teaching how to get it on your own.
Yes.
The $25 gives you the free game that you spent countless
for sure
dollars on to learn it.
Yeah.
You're giving it all
and
for
it's
$25.
Actually like ironically people think that I just made the ebook to like make more money, but it's like I'm losing money if I'm telling you how to build the own app. If I'm charging you $10,000, because I charge now over $10,000 to build an app. I don't only use no code now because I have a software development firm.
Absolutely.
So, Salou is like my real business on what I do every day. So, I build apps for people. leveraging no code, low code, and some code, just depending on what's needed.
Absolutely.
So, I do use code still, but if I need to build a marketplace, I'm probably not.
Gotcha.
But
absolutely.
yeah, with the no code playbook, I found a way to make money teaching people found a way to make money with no coding. You know what I mean? Like building apps with no code. Wow. So I'm a B2B person. People are spending $50,000, $100,000 on an app. I've seen people spend $75,000 on an app and the app's not functioning. I've seen that. You know what I mean? I've seen people spend $20,000 on the app and they can't get it to work.
Wow.
So, when I come in and say I can build an app for you for $10,000 in half the time, and you get your initial MVP,
Absolutely.
your minimum viable product, get customers on there, and then take it from there, and you own everything. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's a different sale.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
For people that have tried to go out there and make apps, for people that have an idea and don't know where to start, I created the playbook for people to start something. You know what I mean? Like you can build something for yourself, or you can turn it into a business like how I'm doing it and building stuff for other people.
Go ahead.
So the playbook's for anybody that, what I mean? If you want to build your own app, you got your own idea, because a lot of people have an app idea, right?
Everybody does, especially these days.
Right.
That's a fact.
But I've actually been in the room with venture capitalists. I've been in the room with people that give money to these apps, right? And they want to see your customers. They don't care about your idea anymore. This isn't 2005. They want to see what you're doing. People want to pitch ideas to people.
Absolutely.
They want to see what business you have. They want to see how many customers you got, how much revenue you're generating. So the best way to break into that is by using no code, building something, testing your product before dumping a bunch of money into it.
There you go.
Getting that, you know what I mean? So doing that and then going out and doing that. So people have the game messed up. They're just like, oh, I got an idea, $1 billion idea. But if
go ahead.
Everybody does.
Go ahead.
And that's kind of why I started a software development firm, because I have my own ideas. I have a bunch of stuff that I'm working on myself. But now I get to build apps for different industries. And play with, got my hands in a lot of different things without dumping all my money into one thing and just saying. And then how I run my venture studio called Salou is sometimes I negotiate equity in the apps that I built. So I run a personal venture studio where I build apps for people, and
sometimes do it for free to build the equity.
Or both. You can negotiate.
Dope.
You can negotiate. And that's the leverage of being your own entrepreneur.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? So it's like I can build it. We're partners on it. So I'm on the technical side, you're on the business side. And then, so I'm a part of a couple different companies now.
That's dope.
And it's like, I'm an investor in a sense, but I didn't have to put up any money now.
Absolutely.
So it's like, instead of me having to write a check for $1 million to be a part of this company, I can get it on the ground level, get equity in it, get paid for it. And then that's why I take money as well. Because let's say I just dump all of my resources into building it, and you don't do anything with it.
Nothing happens.
Exactly. So it's kind of, I've had experience with that. I built crazy apps for people and they're not doing anything with it. And then it's like, so now that's why I've learned a different model now. So, that's why it's called a venture studio.
That's real.
And, it's a different approach. So
that's dope. That's
it's something that I do. And I'm teaching people how to build with no code, or, I do one-on-ones and coaching on just to show you what I do and how you can do it for yourself.
That's dope. How do you think IT has changed? How is, with AI consuming this,
for sure,
this industry, how has it changed from your perspective, your lens?
AI, we opened Pandora's box already. So a lot of people that are fearing AI, or a lot of people, you have to understand there's no turning back.
Go ahead.
So AI is here to stay and it's only getting better. So you have to adapt.
Absolutely.
So that's even why I moved into this space of because I can just be a programmer, behind a screen all day and just typing away at a keyboard. But we have AI that's smarter than us. You know what I mean? Prompt engineering is the future too. So even for people that want to get into the tech space, learn about prompt engineering. That is teaching the AI what to do, telling the AI what to do. Go ahead.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So software development, I don't think is going to be around for too much longer anyway.
Wow.
So being able to talk to the AI, being able to tell the AI what to do is called prompting it. So prompt engineering it is something that I've been studying as well.
Come on.
But AI is here to stay.
That's real.
You got to be ahead of the curve before you get eliminated.
Bro, I was just about to say about the workforce. How do you feel about AI in the workforce?
So think about AI as a new technology, right?
Right.
So this is what farmers feared when the tractor came.
You saying something? Go
you
ahead.
get what I'm saying?
Absolutely, you saying.
Boy, look how much the tractor made the world better.
Come on.
So people fear technology. This is the same thing they said when the internet was developed. They feared the internet in general. When email was coming out,
go ahead.
They said, what about the post office?
That's right.
industries are meant to transform and change, and it's the advancement of humankind. So we can't pull that back when we found a way to advance us. Because think about if we have a technology that's allowing us to not do the simple task anymore, right? So we are going to eliminate some jobs, right? But there's going to be new jobs created. New jobs created, and that's the thing.
Absolutely.
So new jobs are going to be created. You know what I mean? Like, and I just feel like people got to understand that this is not the same time anymore, and we have to adapt with the times.
Real.
So that's why even my whole movement is just digital trapping is what we call it.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Like, because we ahead of the trends, we ahead of the curves. You know what I mean? And like, it's a group of us. Like, you know, I'm not the only digital trapper. Like, there's people out there that are doing their thing. Like, you digital trapping right now,
on, bro. Real.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like you're leveraging technology. And, you know, like, you're not doing it in the old-fashioned way anymore. Absolutely. You're moving with the times. And it's just like, people have to understand that applies to every industry.
That's right.
And AI is going to be one of the factors that does that for every single industry.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Even for podcasting.
Come on, that's a fact, bro.
Deep fakes.
Absolutely.
Like, AI is creating deep fakes and fake interviews and stuff like that.
Bro.
It's not even dumb.
I've seen it.
I know.
I've actually seen
so
it.
It's going to affect everything. So it's like, I'd rather be informed and knowledgeable about it, come up with an action plan, and be able to teach people too.
Real.
So, you know, that's kind of what I do too, man.
What's keeping you driven? 2025, what drives you?
Self-motivation.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like, you know, I could easily say, you know, my daughter, I could easily say, you know, my family and all of that, but it's myself, man.
Real, bro.
Because if you know, there's a reason why you have to put your own mask on a plane.
Go ahead.
You know, when it's going down.
You saying something.
Like, I was the type of person that was giving everything away for so long. You know, I was putting everybody else first. And that's why I wasn't where I wanted to be, even mentally. You know what I mean? Like, I had to work on worrying about myself, becoming the best me. And then now I'm able to, you know,
go ahead,
give and share, whether it's knowledge, whether it's resources.
I love that.
And I'm much happier. So, you know, I motivate myself, man. You know what I mean? I'm a God-fearing man for sure.
Respect.
So I feel like God, you know, points me in the right directions. But, you know, as far as anything out here in this realm, it's all on me.
Go ahead.
And especially being a man, I feel like I had to understand that it's all on you.
That's right, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
fact.
you have people in your life that are there to help you. You have people there, of course. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you do it all by yourself, but it's on you to figure it out.
Nobody's coming to save you. Like, that's real, bro. Nobody's coming to save you.
Nobody's coming to save you. And like, you know, I had to understand that because, you know, I was raised by a mother primarily. I had a stepdad too that came on when I was in high school, but you know, I would call my mama for everything. You know what I mean?
Right,
like, and then she was like, no. You know what I mean? And I had to figure some stuff out, man.
Absolutely, bro.
So, you know, like, I just feel like, you know, you gotta be self-motivated.
That's right.
Especially going into 2025, a new year. And then, you know, of course I want to provide a better life for my children.
Respect.
And, you know, and just staying disciplined and hungry.
That's
you know,
the
no matter
thing, that discipline, man.
Discipline, man.
It's the biggest thing.
Discipline is it, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's the number one thing that I worked on last year.
Respect. And I was gonna ask you, what's something you learned about yourself in January to December of 2024?
Okay.
What's something you learned about yourself like that you like, man, I didn't know I had it in me.
So I'm gonna tell you, so last year in the summertime, July 15th, right? I got up one day and I just started running 1 mile. Right? I didn't like where I was. Like, I felt like I was gaining weight. I didn't like how I was sleeping in too much.
Gotcha.
I feel I was lazy. I got up and ran every day.
Wow.
Since then.
Wow.
I haven't missed a day.
Come on, bro.
So for 90 days straight, I ran 1 mile. And then after that 90 days, I ran 2 miles. So I run 2 miles every morning now.
Wow.
And I'm pulling up my phone. I want you to see.
Wow.
Check this out. So like, just scroll down.
Crazy. Yeah.
Because I don't want people to think I'm capping now. Just scroll down. Look at the dates. Look at the dates. Every single day. And look at the times I will.
Guys, he ran on Christmas.
Of course.
That's good.
Every single day since July. So as far as discipline.
Crazy. But it's at some point it didn't even become about the physical.
For sure.
It was all like
all mental.
I have to, no, this is part of what I have to, I'm gonna.
Because I hate it. And I had to force myself to do it.
they say you start your day off with doing something you absolutely hate.
Absolutely. I hate running. You
become a beast in life.
For sure.
Bro, I love it.
So I run every single day. I ran this morning.
Go ahead. Absolutely.
Sometimes I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go outside and run. And I run outside. I don't run on a treadmill. I'm outside, no matter the weather, in the rain.
Wow.
In the rain. When I was in New York last week, it was snowing. I was outside in the snow. So I started with that, and I started reading more. So I've always been into books, but I would start books and never finish them.
Gotcha.
That was my thing. Or I would read.
Was paperback, or you're doing ebooks? Or
paperback.
So that was the thing. It was finding that time to sit there and...
For 30 minutes, though.
Yes.
I was doing it small.
Training yourself.
30 minutes every day.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And for people that want to get into that, it's just forming better habits. That's all I'm trying to say. So it's like, this may have worked for me running and reading and stuff like that, but I was just trying to form better habits because I kind of been winging it through life. You know what I mean? I never really had. I just been doing shit.
You saying something, bro. You're saying something a lot of people do. Like,
just wake up.
But some people are really good at winging it.
For sure. I'm excellent at winging it.
But then you buckle down. It's like, wait a minute.
Now it's taking it to another level.
Bro, you saying something.
Like in that first 90 days, I made over $150,000 in my business.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
90 days, made $150,000 in my business. Wow. In 90 days, once I locked in and got disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. It's like, I used to think, bro, I want to make 6 figures in a whole year.
Come on, bro.
Bro, in 90 days. So I was like, imagine if I do this.
And buckle down and
But I was disciplined. That's when I wrote my ebook. That's when I came up. I started taking my business to another level. I started networking. I'm being in a room. I'm paying for mentors. I got systems in place now. Like, I'm traveling. I'm doing my thing. But bro, last year I didn't have none of that.
Let me ask you about weight.
None of that. Yeah.
What was your, when you started this July 15th, what was your weight?
Shit, 205.
And now?
I'm at least 180. I'm 180. So I went from a 38 waist to 32.
Bro, so even having that physical weight up off you, changed your...
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Just being more clear, man.
Bro. Like,
being clear, man. Because,
wow. That's real,
I've just been winging it, dog. Like, I'm not gonna lie and sit here and say like I just been the best there. I've been winging it, but me having that discipline
is a different beast.
Doing something when I don't want to do it, like that's like, and I've even attracted different type of caliber of women into my life.
Respect.
You know what I mean? Who see my discipline, who are like, and they're admired by it. I've attracted different, just. Even being here, bro. I wouldn't even been on this podcast if I wasn't disciplined. Bro, I'd have been watching the podcast, scrolling on Instagram, but now I'm on one. You know what I mean? I'm taking action. So one of my favorite books of the year, $1 Million Weekend.
I never read that one. I'm going to get that on Amazon. Never heard of that one.
How to Start a $1 Million Business in 48 Hours. And the biggest thing in that book, the biggest takeaway is action. You don't have to have a business plan. You don't have to have everything figured out. Go get your first customer and validate your idea before you do anything. So just being a startrepreneur. And that's what holds a lot of people back.
Bro, and that's the other word, fear.
Yes.
Is that one thing that stops everybody from that thought to action. It's
for sure.
Fear. How did you, as a serial entrepreneur, that fear of, I'm sitting here thinking in my mind, like, man, out in the rain, sleet, snow, like, running. Yeah. That fear of like, man, like, bro, like, all right, man, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, bro. Like,
for sure.
I'm gonna slip out here. But like, you conquering that fear.
For sure.
That relates to everything.
Yeah.
How did you, who is this? Is this mom? Is this,
it's me.
Just, where do you hone it from?
So I feel like I've always had it in me. I always knew what to do, but I never actually did it. You know what I mean? Like, we all know what to do.
Absolutely.
It's not rocket science to figure out. Like, if you're out of shape, you know where to go.
You know what not to do.
If you want to learn something, you know where to go. But we like comfort. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. We all know what to do to get to where we want to go. We just don't do it because it's comfortable where we're at. So I had to force myself to get uncomfortable. I had to enjoy being uncomfortable. So once I started enjoying being uncomfortable, then it's like, okay, you know what I mean? I open doors to things. And then like after 90 days, you're forming a new habit.
I was just about to say, after the 90 days, you said, okay, that 1 mile, I had to go to 2.
I had to go to 2.
It's like I had to form it I have to go.
I'm about to go to 3 next week.
Come on, bro.
Next week, I'm about to start running 3 miles every day.
That's what it's about, bro.
You got to progress. So a lot of people, that's why I don't like the 75-day hard stuff and a lot of the challenges that go on, because people have a destination in mind.
Ooh,
like,
bro.
after I get to these 75 days, I'm going to revert. That's kind of like, you know.
Bro, you saying something.
And it's like, I had to realize, like, no, you got to make it a lifestyle.
Go ahead, bro.
You know what I mean? And get better. Like, there is no end goal for me.
David Goggins, like David Goggins. Right. There is no end goal.
And I love David Goggins.
Me too, bro.
I listen to David Goggins.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead, bro.
Like, there is no end goal for me now. It's just endless progression. And there is no, because people think once you get to a certain level, that's it. You know what I mean? And that's like the lazy mentality, because it's like, once I make $1 million, it's this. But what about... But once you get there,
bro,
is another level.
Absolutely.
People think it's just once you hit this threshold, life's done.
Bro.
But no, life gets harder. The more money you make.
Go ahead, bro. I say, you know, one of the famous quotes, I forgot who said it, but he was like, you know what's on the mind of a billionaire? How to make the next billion.
You have to.
Like,
and people don't understand that.
They don't stop. That's real.
People don't understand that, but that is real, man. So it's all mentality, man.
Absolutely.
And a big person that helped me shift my mentality too is Bob Proctor.
Bob, I know the name. I'm trying to figure out what.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So he actually passed away last year, but he's a motivational speaker.
What? I know the name.
Speaks online. He read the book.
Is it more finance or
personal development?
Development.
So he read the book. Have you ever heard of Think and Grow Rich?
Of course.
Right? He read the book every single day for 60 years straight.
Stop
60
playing, bro.
years straight. I swear to God. He read the book 60 years straight every single day. Every single day. And we're reading the same page 3 weeks.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Once I started watching his videos on YouTube, 60 years. Like, he was 90 plus when he passed away. Every single day. And like, he talks about shifting your paradigm, changing your reality. You know what I mean? Like, and stuff like that. But it's like, that's just discipline.
That is.
Like, I every day had the book falling apart in his bag. Like, you know what I mean? It might seem crazy to the other person, but it's like, that's what you got to do.
Wow.
And he built his whole life, whole business around teaching people the principles out of that book. He never created a product. Like, that was the product. Teaching you how to change your life based off something that he learned every day.
Les Brown type, like, literally.
Job. Every day for 60 years.
Is crazy. But that's just
so
like.
If I can't get up and run every day for 90 days, I can't read 30 pages out of a book, and there's people out here doing that. That's a part of motivation too.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? There's people like, that's discipline. That's not even discipline. That's a lifestyle.
That's like David Goggins. It's a lifestyle. Like, people look at me like I'm crazy.
Absolutely. People look at me like I'm crazy now. I'm up at 4 a.m. outside running. People looking at me like, what is he doing? But yeah.
I'm out here because you're not. Like, oh, you know something, but that's real, bro.
It
Go
sounds
ahead.
cliche, but we
bro.
all know it. So it's like, but are we actually gonna do it is the biggest thing. So
Go ahead,
once
bro.
I started doing those things, like, my whole life changed, man. Not even just physically, because it's not about money.
Bro.
It's just about happiness, peace.
Bro, there you go.
That's the bigger thing, man. Like, there's people with money that are miserable.
Real, bro.
You
Go
know,
ahead.
money doesn't make you happy.
That's a fact, bro.
You know what I
That
mean?
is a
It's not
fact.
about money. Like, money is a tool.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, money is a tool. Like, of course we all want more money. Like, I'm not sitting here saying I don't want it, but it's like, that's just, I had to change my mentality, man.
About the dollar.
About the dollar, man. I don't worship it, man.
Come on,
like,
bro.
you know, and it's like, I feel like a lot of people worship the dollar, and I did that for so long. You know what I mean? And then it's like, when I started becoming a better me, I started attracting myself.
The money.
For sure, man.
money
I
will
used to think that shit was bullshit, bro. To be honest, I used to think that was bullshit. Like, all that law of attraction, all that energy, bro, that is real.
It's a fact, bro.
We are energy.
You heard about the salesman, you know, and I'm not throwing shade to anybody, but
No.
you heard about the salesman. I'm gonna take you for instance. In shape, looks good, takes care of himself.
Yep.
You know, now you have another guy. It's crazy because you did a car dealership. You know, the same guy approaches you, out of shape, big. You know, not looking like he's supposed to look.
Absolutely.
Approach the same person. You know, they're not buying the car from Landmark Dodge.
Yeah.
They're buying the car from you.
For sure.
They see you as a brand.
Absolutely.
So your brand. So like what you're saying, like, you know, that stamina I have, that energy I have,
For sure.
the smile I have,
Absolutely.
bro. Like, all that plays into the branding.
It does.
You know what I mean? So the
It
money
does.
attracts to the money comes because of how you brand yourself.
speaking something.
It's so true, bro. It's so true, man. It's real.
You're right, man. And like, that's the thing. So we attract what we want to in
That's
life.
a fact. It's a fact.
And it's like, I've attracted negative and bad. So, like, in good, rather. So, it's like, I know where I was at attracting negative.
Go ahead.
I know what mentality I was at. I was up smoking every day.
Go ahead, bro.
I was up just, messing around with people I didn't need to. And then it's like, I'm attracting that because you are who you're around.
Bro, that's a fact, bro.
And it's like, people don't understand that. You know what I mean? And it's like, we say these things, we repost them on Instagram.
Go ahead. It looks good.
It looks good. But to actually do it and actually tell somebody, like, I can't hang around you if you do it. People aren't doing that.
Wow.
And it's like, I feel like I don't have a lot of friends. You know what I mean? I got brothers. I got, people I'm close to.
Absolutely.
For sure. Like, I got people that I love to death. I got people, but it's like, man, I'm on a mission right now.
Bro,
and I'm going to open the door for anybody. I'm not one of the ones that's going to turn my back and not tell you what I'm doing or show you. That's even why I post on Instagram. You know what I mean? I'm trying to take everybody with me. Absolutely. I don't have to post on Instagram. I make more of my money offline. Come on, bro. That's what people don't understand.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
But it's like, man, I'm trying to show other people a way because I was right there too. Like, bro, do this every day. You know what I'm saying? Do this every day. And I'm showing people the game plan of how they can change their life. I don't want them to be like me, but just for you.
For you.
And then it's like, once you change your life, you'll be able to do what you want to do in your goals. So it's like, that's why I've even more so just shifted into a personal brand now. Armani B2B, like going back, like business to business, helping businesses grow, people grow. But I do a lot of motivational content.
Real, bro. Absolutely, bro.
I don't do too much selling all the time, which I probably should do a little more of that. A lot of my mentors are mad at me, but I really genuinely like helping people. You know what I mean? Because I was in such a miserable place for so long mentally. I was depressed. I thought about giving up. You know what I mean? I done quit so many times. Like, people counted me out. And it's like, all of that changed when I did these things. I'm not telling people this shit just because it makes me look good on Instagram. I'm not doing it for the likes. Like, I'm helping you. You know what I mean? I'm talking to you directly. Like, if you know me, you know where I was at last year.
Come on.
And you see where I'm at now. That's why I unarchived some of my old photos. Like, you see the mentality I had then. And you see where I'm at now. This is not bullshit. And it's like, I want you to do the same thing. So I like seeing the great in people.
That's right.
And then if that does bring me money, I love it. But obviously, it's like
fulfilled, giving, sharing.
I love it.
Absolutely, bro.
I love it, man. It's like, that's my real passion, man. Like, building apps and stuff like that is cool. Like, it's my business. I love it to death too. I love being creative. I love what I get to do. But it's like, man, I love helping people.
Come on, bro.
And that's why it's like, I just transitioned into helping businesses grow. Because it's like, small business is the backbone of our community.
That's a fact, bro.
You know what I mean? And with this technology and stuff.
That's right.
It's gonna change your game. And if you don't adapt to the new wave, they're not gonna last. And it's like, they said that years ago, and then now these businesses are closing doors. People are getting older and stuck in their ways. Like,
bro, you saying something.
So it's like, I want to help people transition into the digital world. And that's why I created my business, and then just also helping you become a better person, man. Respect. So that's really what Armani B2B is, man. And, on my website, ArmaniB2B.com, I got different products and services for people. But, if you just want some motivational content, you just want me just talking like a normal person, like me just being honest and open and showing you my life and showing you some fly shit too. Like, living the lifestyle.
Absolutely.
You got to. That's what they want to see. You know what I mean? Like, some people want to see it like, all right, well, if you're doing this so good too, then where this at? And then when you show them that, they mad. You know what I'm saying?
You have to.
Yeah.
But you have to. But
then it's you bragging.
It's part of entertainment.
It's part of that too. So, I'm giving it all to you, man. Like, and it's just like, I'm being me.
Real.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be like nobody else. I'm not trying to be nobody. I'm just being authentically me, and I'm finally able to step into that.
Respect.
And, and the internet's a platform where I'm able to do that, and people can see my talents and what I do. So, I love it.
Besides your baby girl, what's your most proud accomplishment thus far?
Most proud accomplishment? Changing my habits.
Come on, bro. I love it.
You know what I mean? Like, aside from, having my kid and stuff like that, because that's made me a better father.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I feel like I have to put that. You know what I mean? Like, even me, bro, like, I'm praying before my meals now.
Come on,
like,
bro.
I'm never saying I was an atheist, but, like, I never used to do that all the time, unless it was, Thanksgiving or I'm with my grandma or something.
Real.
But I'm genuinely sitting there closing my eyes and being thankful for what I have. You know what I mean? I'm getting up and just, getting out and running every day, getting up and reading books and shit. Like, it's just like, I really changed my life. And, I'm grateful for me my biggest accomplishment is just being able to change my paradigm, man.
That's
like,
real.
Being able to be a different person.
Respect.
And then when the camera's off, like, I'm really this person. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest accomplishment. Like, I don't got to fake the lifestyle.
That's real,
you know what I
bro.
mean? Like, I don't got to do that no more. That's why I wanted to show you.
Come
like,
on, yeah.
I'm not a motivational speaker coming up here just talking and then
absolutely
about to go to the hookah bar at 3 or 4 a.m. Like, I'm not saying I won't go, but bro, I was out at the club on New Year's.
And you still.
I went up and ran. Like, if I go out, I'm like Floyd Mayweather. I'm leaving the club and going running.
Running back to the bro.
I'm running back. That's what I'm doing.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying I can't have fun, but I'm not missing any days. If that's what I decided to do. You know what I mean? If I decide to change and I want to bike for 90 days, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm going to do something uncomfortable every day. And that's just what it is right now. So,
time or money? Which one means most to you?
Time, man. You know, I got my own concepts and theories on time, but as far as like the time that we're in right now, it's nothing more valuable than time. You know what I mean? If you ask the richest person on earth,
go ahead, bro.
You know, would you give up all your money to go back to get 20 more years on your life? They're gonna take it.
Take it.
You know, I feel like time, but you know, I don't feel like no time is wasted. I feel like you learn everything.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't regret anything that I've been through in my life because it made me who I am right now.
Absolutely, bro.
If I didn't go through what I went through back then, you know what I'm saying? Like the mental health episodes. That's right. You know, my first child's mom's leaving me, and you know what I mean? My problems with my family. If I didn't go through all that, I probably wouldn't be doing this. You know what I mean? Like, I've been through so much personal stuff. I done had it before, lost everything several times. You know what I mean? And then it's like, you know, it hasn't just always been an upward trajectory. I'm not no perfect example. Like, that's why people that know me, they think I'm just bullshit because they know who I am. Like, bro, I knew who I was. You know what I mean? But it's like, man, you could change your life.
Bro,
you could change your life at any time. You can get up today. And that's the thing too. It's like a lot of people.
That's it. I'm done.
Tomorrow.
Go ahead.
Next day.
First of the year.
Man.
On my birthday.
It's the 3rd. Where y'all at?
Bro. You real, bro. Real. You saying something.
So
bro.
It's like, man, that's why, like, I didn't have any New Year's resolutions. You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately,
that's over.
I wanted to just continue what I was doing already, leading up to the new year. So I want to take things to another level this year.
Yep.
For sure. I can have goals. That's different.
Absolutely.
Goals and aspirations. I'm not going to say on this day I'm going to change who I am. That's not going to work.
It's real, bro.
On this day, out of the whole year, you're going to change everything you do. Bro, our subconscious mind controls 90% of our behavior.
Right, absolutely. Bro,
like, if you got bad habits, you're going to continue to do bad habits. It doesn't matter how much you want to do something. And that's what I had to realize, too, because I had horrible habits.
Bad habits, bro.
And I still got bad habits. I'm not 100% perfect. Like,
no one is.
I vape
no
a
one
lot.
is, bro.
You know what I mean? Once I kick that, that'll be another bad habit. But I like to vape. I know how to quit. I just won't. But it's like, you know, it's still some things I'm working on.
Bro. Understand.
I'm not perfect.
No one is, bro.
And I don't desire to be perfect.
Absolutely.
I just want to continue to grow. You know what I mean? Like, I want to continue to grow and elevate and see where that takes me.
Absolutely.
Like, what if I just give my all every day for the next 10 years? Like, where the heck would I be then? You know what I mean? Like, or 20 years. Like, what if I did this every day for 20 years? Bro. What if I post content every day for 20 years? What if I wrote ebooks and worked? And, you know what I mean? That's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on doing the work, not the end goal.
Go ahead.
And I feel like a lot of people get that mistaken too, man. Like, they just want to, they're looking at that, but they're missing the journey, which is a part of your life. You know what I mean? The journey is the life.
The journey is, bro. Go ahead.
The journey is the destination.
The IG is the highlight reel in most instances, bro. The journey is the
journey, bro. Like,
it's a beautiful struggle.
It's beautiful. Like, you notice when you watch a movie or something like that, when they make it, that's for a short time. You know what I mean? Like, it's for a very short time. If you're watching a movie or something like that, once they finally get it, the whole movie's not around that. Bro, the whole movie is everything leading up to that. The fight doesn't last. It's 30 seconds. The finale.
Absolutely.
They're fighting. And that was the big and a lot of people just looking at that, and they're not looking at this is your story. Your story is right now. And it's like, that's what I had to. So everything that I've been through, from losing everything, from having to start over, from having to live with people, from having to, you know what I'm saying, live in a room and room with roommates and all of that, to now it's like, man.
Yeah, but no, yes, I had to go through that.
We done been there. And it's like, and I don't judge nobody for going through nothing. You know what I mean? Because I done been there.
Same here, bro.
So I don't ever look down on anybody.
Absolutely.
Like, you ask my girl right now, I'm sitting there talking to the homeless guy outside. I'm having a conversation with him. You know, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And he was over there. It was this homeless guy in Baltimore. I don't mean to be too long-winded. He was out there folding boxes. And I was so intrigued because he had them in such a neat way. He had nothing in the boxes. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Man, he said, I'm recycling.
Wow.
I'm like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gave me, I learned something from him.
Wow.
he doesn't have that much to give on from the outside, at least. We don't know his real situation, and he's focused on recycling and changing the world, making the world a better place. And that's what he's doing. Somebody would have just walked right by him and thought he was a bum, but he's helping the environment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't judge nobody where they're at, because you don't know. He's changing the world for what he's doing. Where his circumstances now, you never know. He may have a recycling company. I was homeless, building a recycling. And that's his story. You know what I mean? So I don't judge him for where you are now. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's just powerful because
that's a fact.
A lot of people, when Tyler Perry was writing them films, sleeping in his van.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? Like, people, that was his story.
That was his story. Absolutely.
He didn't just start out where he's at. So, everybody has their story, man. And I'm still writing mine.
That's real, bro. That's real.
That's all it is.
That's real, bro.
That's real.
Armani B2B, what's next for you?
Man, what's next? Continue doing what I'm doing, man, and I want to bridge the gap between entertainment and technology.
I love that.
So that's the thing.
That's what you already are doing.
Exactly.
You are doing
I'm trying to do that in another level. So I was in my first play.
Okay, come on, man.
2 weeks. Last month.
How was that?
My first play called Suffering. It was good.
Gotcha.
It was a lot of fun, actually. So I was in my first stage play.
Come on.
It was about the struggles of human trafficking and stuff like that. So I played a powerful character, Lyric, and I was in that. So I've done a lot of things, man. I've done things with the music industry. I've made some projects in that space, and I'm working on creating my own films,
Absolutely.
own short films and stuff like that. Y'all gonna see a lot, but I'm doing that, man. I'm trying to grow my businesses,
real.
Work with different clients, work with different people, teach people, building communities, and showing people how to do it in whatever their niche is. I want to help small businesses grow, and I want to make it fun, because technology can get stuffy, technology can get boring, and that's why a lot of people don't want to get into it, or it can look hard.
Absolutely, so, that's the biggest part.
They think it's hard, so I want to make it fun and inviting,
That's dope.
And you know what I mean, and do it in different ways that can appeal to anybody.
For sure,
because anybody can do this. We're very smart and we're very talented,
bro.
It's just we get so like, I don't know how you don't know how to do something you never did.
You don't know how to do it. That's
exactly.
So true.
If you go into it, and if you say you don't know how to do it, you're not going to. Absolutely. But if you go into the mindset like, bro, I want to learn. You know what I'm saying? You're talking to somebody that can teach you how to do this. I will walk with you and show you the whole steps of how to do it. And you can create something for yourself.
That's real, bro.
Or you can create a business doing it for other people. And it goes beyond just technology, just in terms of starting a business, running a business. Like, I got experience doing all of that. So it's like, I just want to help people do that, help people accomplish their dreams, and, and show people that anything's possible. Sure. That's my biggest thing. So I want to continue doing that, man. Write more books. And, just continue the journey, man.
Respect.
There's no destination.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
See where it takes me. You know what I mean?
Armani, when it's all said and done,
yeah,
what would you want your legacy to be?
Dang, that's a powerful question. I think I want to be the guy that no matter what, he kept going, man.
Love that.
You know what I mean? Like, when somebody says, like, who was that man? He did everything. He tried everything. He went hard. You know what I mean? I want to be known as that, but I also want to have some accolades too, man. I want to run my own kingdom. Respect. You know what I mean? Like, wherever that is, wherever that is, like, I want to go down in history as one of those greats.
Respect.
You know what I mean? Like, it sounds so far-fetched because a lot of us in the social media era, but like, there's people that really were greats back then, like Alexander's the greats, and a lot of people think
Marcus
there only
Aurelius,
has to be one.
Bro,
that's why I don't really like the term GOAT, because even a GOAT,
bro, yes.
How many goats are there?
Bro,
There's a lot of goats.
Absolutely, bro.
There's a lot of goats in every, like, even if you just look at the animal, the goat, there's hell of them.
Absolutely. So go in the book of Guinness, you're going to find a whole bunch of goats.
Right. So I want to be the goat in the new lane that I created. So another book that I read is called Blue Ocean Strategy, Finding Your Own Lane. And like, I want to carve my own lane out and be the goat of that.
So from there, let me ask you this question, man.
For sure.
Armani, with $100 million in your bank account tomorrow morning, what changes about you?
I think probably get a nice car. Probably not. I think what changes about me, I feel like I'll open more doors for people.
Real. As you're already doing.
Yeah. I feel like I'll create new ways to open more doors for people, open new products and services.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't just see myself just sitting on a beach. And just, you know what I mean? Like, the whole objective is to create and give back. You can't take it with you.
Come on.
You know what I mean? So I want to create a legacy for my family, obviously create that, but I want to give people an opportunity. So I don't want to give no handouts, though. You know what I mean? Like,
love that.
I don't want to give no handouts, but I'll create programs and services that can help you, because that's better in the long run.
That's a fact, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I want to do that. You know what I mean? Create services for people. You know what I mean? And in the realm of entrepreneurship, and personal development.
Respect, bro. Let me ask you this, man: love or respect? Which one means most to you?
Respect.
99. I'm just gonna start saying this. Interviewed 135 people. 130 have said respect. Why is it respect?
You said 100. What was the number?
Interviewed 135 people. 130 have said respect. Why respect?
I mean, because you could love somebody and not like them. You know what I mean? Like, you can love somebody and
you saying so.
A lot of people, you know what I mean? Because I grew up in Baltimore, man. I've seen people kill people that they love.
Wow.
Love is dangerous.
Wow, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, love is dangerous.
You're saying so.
But when you respect people, you're not going to cross certain boundaries that you set.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has certain boundaries in place. Everybody has certain things. And when you respect somebody, you're not really gonna cross those lines. And I feel like that's more important. You know what I mean? Than just love, for sure.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? It's real.
What's up?
Real.
How y'all feeling?
Let me ask you this, man. It's a new question I'm asking. You
What's
know,
up?
I want this to be the final question just for your grandkids, your great grandkids. If you could look into that camera.
Which one?
Your camera. And just tell them.
This is my camera?
This is your camera. Yep. Let them know what 2025, what it's about. You know, like this life we're living right now.
Okay.
And just tell them, you know, what their granddad was about. If you could just talk to them right now.
Man, 2025 though is the year of the breakthrough. I feel like 2025 is the year of the personal brand, the year of the breakthrough. Definitely the year of just staying disciplined too. So I feel like this is the year, and everything's changing too. You have to move with the times. So this is the year of the technology, the year of AI. This is just the year of all of that encompassed into one. So, you know, take that and do what you want with it. But this is the year of the breakthrough, man.
Respect.
Like, this is the year, you know, we're knocking down doors, barriers in every industry. So, for sure.
Respect. Armani B2B.
What's up?
It's been a pleasure, my brother.
It's been a pleasure.
Bro, I appreciate you, bro. You know we got to do this again.
Man, of course. Anytime. Thank you. I appreciate it.
For sure. Bro, as you know, as tradition on the integrity response, if you can reach to that bowl, grab one fortune cookie, open it, read it to your supporters, and just like that, we out of here.
All right. Y'all don't laugh at me. I don't know.
Right.
Oh, here we go. Wait, you gotta like crack it first?
Or yeah. Some people eat it. Look, some people say it doesn't. It don't come true unless you do eat a piece of it. Those are good ones too. They make the cheap ones.
I see. Dang. You have the potential to inspire others with your actions.
Bro, that is... Bro, the basis of this entire interview...
That's crazy.
...is you speaking on that. That is crazy, bro.
You knew I was going to pick that one.
No, bro, I jumped him up. That's real, but that's crazy, though.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Respect, bro. Respect.
I'm going to save this one.
That's what's up, bro. Armani B2B, y'all stand by for everything this man has done, everything this man is doing, everything this man is about to do. ArmaniB2B.com will be in the description below.
Yeah, and follow me on Instagram at Armani B2B.
That'll be also in the description.
For sure, man. Thank you.
Salute, brother. 2025.
2025.
Let's get to it.
We out. We do it.
Yeah.